This is a short demonstration of my JUCE app, Real Vinyl DJ, which I made using the JUCE framework. I'll quickly play this song that I've loaded and I'll walk you through some of its features. So the main idea for this app is to simulate what it's like to DJ using real vinyl turntables, where all of the scratching controls are done using the mouse. So when you hold the mouse down, the record will stop moving and also the music stops. This is like putting your hand on the vinyl to stop the record moving. And then when you move your hand forwards and backwards, it spins the record round, just like it would do with a record player. And then when you release the mouse, it will start playing again. I've spent a lot of time with a real record player and weighted variables to get this to feel as close to the real thing. The only difference is that you're using a mouse instead of a jog wheel or something like that. But in the future I'm going to implement the use of a USB DJ controller. So I've also implemented a looping button which works like this. When you hit the loop the first time, it will start the cue, and then when you hit it the second time, it will pick the end point. So this should be looping smoothly now. This is to replicate the live loopers that you get quite a lot, and this also works with the reverse playback. And then when you hit the clear button, back out of the loop. Here we've got the pitch fader, which is used to change the tempo, which is essential for beat matching. And just like on a real direct drive turntable, changing the tempo also affects the pitch. Hence the name, the pitch fader. The start and stop buttons also work just like a record player by setting the speed and not the volume. So it replicates how a record player accelerates and decelerates the platter. On the second deck I have some vocal chops so you can hear the audio samples more clearly. If you listen carefully, even when I move the record very slowly, there's minimal distortion. This is because I've done a couple things. Firstly, there's two levels of smoothing. The first is in each audio block. When the player receives the input from the deck, there's a smoothing function that makes the changes in input less drastic, avoids unwanted noise. And the second one operates on a per sample basis and interpolates between samples. And this is important because the playback's not calculated at fixed rates and the sample can fall between the sample buffer integer positions. And that would create a lot of distortion. And then the third one is simply lowering the gain depending on how fast the deck's moving. So when it's stopped at a standstill, there's no audio. And this is quite important when switching directions, which will prevent popping. Keep playing this. So there are built-in classes that do all of this and better using low-pass filters and more dynamic buffers, but they don't support reverse playback, which was essential for this type of DJing. So to implement this feature, I had to create a custom buffer system because the built-in audio classes don't support it. The resolution was to load the entire audio track into a temporary buffer and then read a specified number of samples in the required direction. This allows seamless reverse playback by simply reading the buffer backwards. The trade-off was that larger files take slightly longer to load and use more memory. However, since there's more than 2 buffers in memory at once, this won't overwhelm the crash or crash the system. Despite the limitations, I think this app demonstrates a strong foundation and proves that realistic vinyl interaction can be done in software. and with further development, like the controller support and improved optimization, the app could evolve into something more complete. But overall, this project was a valuable learning experience and provides a solid base to build on in the future.